What's up, everybody? It's Brandy. Welcome back to my channel, and I am going to be checking out a new artist on the channel today. It's an artist that I love their songs. I grew up with them in my household because my mom was a big fan of this band, and that is none other than Black Sabbath. If you guys know me at all, if you've been on my channel before, you know that I love rock music, I love metal music, and I love a lot of the classic rock that has come out of the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. There's so much different types of rock and metal that have come out of those eras that I feel like have individually inspired a lot of the music of today. And Black Sabbath is a heavy inspiration, I know, for a lot of the music that I personally like listening to that isn't like an oldies. And it feels weird even saying this oldies. I don't know. It doesn't feel that long ago, even though it's like before I was alive. Anyways, I digress. We're going to be checking out some Black Sabbath today on the channel. I've seen a couple people suggesting it, but I've also just kind of wanted to delve into more throwbacks here. So this is another one of those that we're going to delve into. But before we do, fellow reminder, I put up new videos here every single day at 4 p.m. Eastern. So if you do like my content, please hit that subscribe button. And I stream over on Twitch Monday through Thursday at 9 p.m. Come through for the late night vibes sometime and see what I'm doing live. But without further ado, we're going to get into today's video, and we are checking out the song Paranoid by Black Sabbath. Dude, this video looks old. Such a good song, though. $1970. Dang. This song just makes me think of like late afternoons, like at my mom and my stepdad's house, them just blasting the stereo and this song just going. This looks like he's having such a good time, dude. Songs like this make me wish that I knew how to play like bass or bass guitar or just whatever so I could do that. And this was such a throwback for me. It just like brought me back to my childhood a lot. Brought me back to being around my mom and my stepdad and stuff when I was younger, and just never necessarily knowing who was on the radio that they had playing or what song it was. And that's why I'm loving revisiting these older songs, because like this is a song that I know very well. But just looking at the name, I didn't know exactly which song it was offhand, because when you would listen to stuff on the radio, it didn't necessarily, it wasn't like today's day and age where I have my phone and it tells me this is the exact name of the band and the album and the song, and like I have the whole discography in the click of a button. It was more just like I listened to stuff and it was in the background and I was aware of it, but I didn't know exactly what it was or who it was. So I'm loving that I'm able to put a lot of like names and faces and stuff to a lot of the songs. Obviously, this one I'm more familiar with. I know Black Sabbath, I know Ozzy, so it's a little bit different there. But another thing that I am also finding that's kind of cool is because Ozzy is still around, I have visions of Ozzy how he looks today, which is a very different vision than like what we're seeing here, you know? And I don't watch a lot of like the older concerts to see him in the 70s. That's crazy. That's so long ago. So seeing him when he was younger and more, you know, close to the age I am now is just such a wild feeling as opposed to the vision I have of him now, which is his current age. Because a lot of these artists, I feel like they're frozen in time because so many of them passed away before I was even born. So the only vision I have of them is them in their 20s and 30s. And none of them made it to being an old man or an old woman. And that sounds so horrible to think about that so many of them did pass away when they were younger from one reason or another. But the one cool thing is being able to see these people and how they have, you know, grown over time if they were able to like be in today's day and age and I can experience them, you know, at the age I am. I was born in 94. So things of the 70s was long before I was even a thought. So I love that I'm getting to revisit these and experience them for a first time for me and share that with so many of you. Something that I've really been loving and appreciating with these videos is the amount of people that comment on them from all walks of life. Like, I have people that are, you know, 20s and 30s like me that are like, oh, I love this song. I grew up on this with my parents as well. And they can relate to it in that regard. But then I also have people commenting on my posts in like their 60s and 70s and 80s, even being like, I remember being alive when this performance aired. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, that is so crazy that you got to be there for so many of these like monumentous music moments, and I'm honestly I'm kind of jealous. So I love getting to experience that with so many different people of so many different ages around the world. So if you're one of those people watching and commenting and sharing your stories with me about these, thank you so much. I really truly appreciate it. And I want to know your thoughts and stuff down below. How did you first get introduced to Black Sabbath? I'd love to know the story. But that is going to be it for me for today. If you like this, as always, give it a big thumbs up. If you have further suggestions that I should react to from Black Sabbath or Ozzy on his own or just any older songs, please throw them my way. I want to keep doing more older songs because it allows me to further connect with like my family, and I've talked about my stepdad here on the channel who passed away, and watching these makes me just feel more connected. So thank you guys so much. But that's it for me for today. And yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.